5 people were shot and killed, several more injured at a newspaper in Annapolis, Maryland this afternoon. New information is coming into Fox, some of it confusing. We're sorting it out. We also expect an update from the police in the next few minutes, and we'll take you there live when that happens. But first, good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. There was an ideological revolution on the left this week, and hardly anybody noticed it. For months, you may have noticed, members of the progressive fringe have been calling for abolishing ICE. That's the agency responsible for enforcing our immigration laws. That's not a mainstream position, obviously, and Democratic leaders seemed embarrassed by it. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer opposed the idea. So did many others. And then everything changed. 2 days ago, a self-described socialist called Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez unexpectedly won a Democratic primary in New York. Ocasio-Cortez ran on abolishing ICE. Suddenly, in days, getting rid of ICE is something many Democrats say they are for. Now, midterm elections are approaching, so it's time for the rest of us to take this idea seriously. What exactly would happen if the left killed ICE? Well, here's some of the facts about ICE. ICE is responsible for all immigration enforcement within the United States. Last year, ICE arrested 32,958 illegal immigrants with criminal records. Almost 5,000 of those were members of violent gangs. Without ICE, all of those criminals would still be at large within our borders. Last year, ICE also seized 2,370 pounds of fentanyl. That's the narcotic that is driving the single deadliest drug crisis in the history of this country. That's enough fentanyl to kill every single American citizen by overdose. Without ICE, that fentanyl would still be in circulation. And of course, ICE is also the body responsible for deporting anybody illegally inside the United States. Last year, ICE removed more than 226,000 people who broke American law. ICE did that because ICE is the only agency we have to do it. Without ICE, criminal aliens could stay in this country with impunity. That would include gang members, drug smugglers, child molesters, convicted murderers. They could not be deported. Companies, meanwhile, could bring in an unlimited number of illegal workers. That would crash wages for American citizens, even more than it already has. It would be a disaster. But it's the point. The campaign against ICE is a campaign for open borders. And some are honest enough to admit that. During protests against the administration, activists have chanted this: no borders, no nations, stop the deportations. No borders, no nations. One leads to the other, always. Without borders, nations are impossible. If we passed a law tomorrow allowing strangers to live in your house, would it still be your house? No, it would not be. It would be everybody's house. Soon, it would be nobody's house. That's the left's plan for America. Finally, they are saying it out loud.